And welcome back on this Monday morning. We have Sharon Anderson. She's our local book expert, also what you might call a library ambassador from the Cape Public Library, here with us today because maybe it's a good day, a good month to just sit inside in the AC and do a little reading. So we have some suggestions for the month of July. Good time to do that, right?
It is. I have armchair adventures here, so you can read it under the AC or at least with a nice fan and enjoy a little bit of nature from the comfort of your home.
No, I love that, and I love this time of year too because a lot of people do more reading. Brian and I were just talking about this. You get caught up on reading when you're on vacation because you don't have those distractions from your housework or your yard work. So maybe people are getting ready to go on a trip. You have some ideas for them.
I do. So the first one I brought is my kids' title. It's called The Canyon's Edge, written by Dusty Bowling. And in it we have a main character. I would have to check her name, Nora. It's been a year since Nora's mother has died, and Nora and her father are going to go on a camping trip, or a hike, basically, along the canyon, and things go wrong, as they often do, and Nora finds herself fighting to survive. So it's definitely a page turner. It's also a novel in poem form, so it reads very quickly. Lots of white space.
Yeah, lots of
on those pages.
quick turns there.
Yes,
So what age range would this be?
9 to 12.
Okay.
Pretty comfortably, but as a grown-up, I loved it too. So.
Okay, all right, good for all ages then. All right, what's next on the
For
list?
teens, I brought Be Not Far From Me by Mindy McGinnis. And Mindy always writes great stories and great adventure stories, and she tells us with her opening sentence in this book that the world isn't tame, and people forget that. The brochures for all of these wonderful parks show us beautiful pictures that are all airbrushed and all the pores gone, but nature can be a tough, tough place, and that's what Ashley, our main character, finds in this book. She goes out to party with some friends and finds herself falling off a ravine.
Yikes.
And has a broken ankle and is stranded in the Smoky Mountains and has to figure out how to make it home before that red streak on her leg wins. So it's another edge of your seat nail biter kind of
And a good
story.
one for teenagers to read, as to keep those brains sharp during the summer.
You bet.
School will be back in before you know it.
And you learn lots of survival skills while you're reading.
There's that too.
So who knows what's going to happen. And then for adults, I brought Breathless by Amy McCullough. And this book definitely stands up to its title. This one, we have a young woman who is a journalist, and she is, to get an interview, she is climbing one of the highest peaks. I think it's Manaslu, is one of the 8,000-foot mountains.
Oh, wow.
And she is part of a group with Sherpas heading up, and the stipulation is if she makes it to the summit, she gets the interview that she's been after for so long. But one by one, people on this expedition are dying. And at first it looks like an accident, but the second one, maybe not so much so. And so we have a thriller set at 8,000 feet above sea level.
Oh my goodness, that sounds right up my alley. A
Great
story that I could maybe sort of relate to. I don't know that I would go that far for an interview, but that does sound very interesting. A good page turner for this summer.
And the author herself actually has climbed the mountain that she is talking about, so it's always nice to see that experience play out.
Perspective.
And I brought all of those specifically because I wanted to remind people it's summer reading time. And this Saturday, we have people meeting at Trail of Tears to go on a community hike. So we're quite excited. Our summer reading program theme is all together now. So it's a great chance to hike, see a little bit of nature, learn a little bit about the wonderful parks that we have here. And of course, get in some good reading recommendations as well, because you're hiking with librarians.
So they can give you all kinds of tips, like what they've read lately, what they liked, what they didn't like, which again, we all enjoy a good suggestion, especially this time of year when maybe we can take some time out, just get our noses in a good book.
Always a great thing to do.
Thank you so much for being here, Sharon. Appreciate the tips. We'll be back here in just a bit.